Well, that result makes things quite interesting at the bottom of the table. I guess one thing that comes out of that match is Metro are now breathing right down the neck of Newtown Eagles.
Yes, and contrary to Metro's expectations, Newtown Eagles won 3-2 away against Clarence United, which kept them 2 points ahead, but they really put pressure on Kingborough Lions United, who were fourth last, and today Kingborough Lions United, they managed to draw 3-3 with Glenorchy Knights, so they're sneaking up, but poor Taroona are locked at the bottom.
Kosta, you guys are sitting quite comfortable up there in the league with South Hobart, but yourself, can you just tell us at the start of the season, did you think the club would be in this position? I mean, you finished third last year, but there were sort of concerns or talks that maybe you weren't the real deal.
Yeah, look, start of the season there was a good vibe around the club during pre-season. There was a few players that would come along to training, such as like the Hedgie boys, Hugh Richardson, which they're great clubmen to have around, and lifted our spirits a bit. And we moulded really quickly as a club and knew we had a title chance. So coming into the games, we won our first 3 or 4 games on the trot pretty comfortably, so we're pretty happy with that. And it was good coming into the season with the boys to win it.
Because I know yourself a couple of years ago, you probably weren't really into your soccer, you had a few injuries and you weren't that committed, but you've come back, you're the second leading goal scorer, you've turned things around quite quickly. Yeah,
I had a few niggles coming through the years, and also my temper last year cost me a few red cards, so it's good to get over that. I've tried to pick up my own game to help the team a bit better this year, and I think I've done that quite well. And yeah, we're sitting in a comfortable position at the moment, which is good.
Kosta, do you think you can catch Ben Croswell in the individual goal scoring race?
Well, I'm 11 goals behind him. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's pretty hard to catch him at this point.
You're a big game player though, and when you score hat tricks and 2 goals and things like that.
Yeah, I like to step up in the big games and really show what I can do, which is what we did against the Knights the other week.
How are you liking playing under Farrell Shaw as opposed to Ian Parker, where you sort of did lose your way a little bit?
Yeah, no, I'm happy playing with Farrell. You know, he's very tactical. He knows what he's talking about, which is good. I've learned a lot from him especially this season. So he's great to have around the club. Yeah.
And watching a few games, you sort of play the 3-pronged attack up front. Are you excelling with that extra man up there? A bit of extra support?
Yeah, look, I think some games it works, and when it does work, it works, and we do win by a big margin. But when it doesn't, sometimes it's better to sit in a 4-4-2 against some of the bigger clubs. But we'll let the coach make those decisions.
And yourself, mate, amongst the club and the team, do you believe that you can go all the way this season?
Yeah, we're pretty confident now that we're in contention to win the title, and that's what we want to do. Just focus on winning it, taking it all the way.
We'll now introduce a new segment to the program, the Goal of the Week. And this week's goal is the one by Michael Bulis for Hobart Olympic, which sank Tilford Zebras. Kosta, from a striker's point of view, what did you think of it?
Well, I was in the box at the moment. I saw the ball sail over my head, and as I turned around, it just straight to Bulis. So it was good to see him put one in the back of the net. It was a great header as well in midair.
This is probably a loaded question, but is it good play by the striker or poor defending?
It did seem to be a bit poor, the defending there, but Bulis is one of those sorts of players that can run into the right position, and he did that and showed that he can score a goal.
And I guess you've still got to put him away, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Wasn't bad.
I guess, mate, did you ever think the ball was coming across? You thought I might sneak in there and just put my noggin on the end of that?
Mate, if I was only a foot taller, I probably could have got it.
So after the results, Walter, what's going on with the ladders in the south?
Well, clear demarcations are beginning to appear, I think, Jeremy, with South Hobart and Olympic breaking away from their pursuers. They've both got 25 points. The nearest side is Tilford Zebras on 19.
So up north, Devonport City and Prospect Knights are still tied at the top. Northern Rangers sitting in third. Burnie United fourth on 16 points. Somerset there and thereabouts. They're still not out of it yet. But Ulverston down the bottom only on 1 point. They're sort of struggling, same as Launceston City and Launceston United need a win soon. Well, Kosta, you've got a big game. Well, it's not on paper, it doesn't look like it's a big game, but it is a big game for the premiership race, Metro at home.
Yeah, well, every game's a tough game, isn't it, Jeremy? Metro up at home is going to be tough because we need to really focus on winning the rest of the games that we're playing and focus on that South Hobart game in about 5 weeks' time. So, yeah, this one's a big one for the boys and we're really looking at winning this.
Metro are going to be playing out of their skins, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to get physical?
Metro are a very physical side and they're always tough to beat because they're a bunch of hard nuts, but it'll be an interesting encounter, I reckon.
And of course you'll be facing one of your former goalkeepers in Michael McKenna.
Yeah, Michael McKenna, what can I say, he's a great keeper and he has shifted a few clubs the last couple of seasons, but hopefully we can get a few against him and just get the results on the board, which we're looking at doing.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. Tune in next week for a full wrap-up of all the action from around the state, and it's bye for now.